I'm Marcie Smith. I'm the Executive Director of the Children's Haven. Our mission is to promote the health and happiness of children who've been impacted by abuse and neglect. We do this through 4 programs. We have CASA, which is Court-Appointed Special Advocates. We have the Wellstar Family Visitation Center, Prevent Child Abuse Cherokee, and the Chin Up Mentoring Program. These 4 programs work together to support families who have been involved in the foster care system, but also to help to prevent foster care involvement when possible. Our CASA program has been around for 30 years. We're affiliated with National CASA and Georgia CASA at the state level. Our CASAs are amazing volunteers who give of themselves, their time, their resources, and most importantly, their hearts to advocate for the best interests of children who are in the foster care system. We have 120 CASAs in Cherokee County. They go through a rigorous training to help prepare them and give them an understanding of the needs of these children who are experiencing foster care. We believe that every child in foster care should have a CASA volunteer at their side. The CASAs commit to staying next to them their entire time in foster care. We hope that that's less than 18 months, but the reality is that that could be for 5 years or more for some children. The one thing that our CASAs can promise to them is that they will always have somebody in their corner. They will always have that CASA volunteer who is there only for them. They have no interest other than supporting that child and speaking up on their behalf in court and outside of court. Our CASAs are truly incredible volunteers in the heartbeat of our organization on which we were founded. The Wellstar Family Visitation Program supports children and families who are separated by foster care involvement. We have a visitation space that allows families to feel like they're at home. Our staff members sit behind a 2-way window. We have cameras in the room, but really we get to see the families acting like families. We get to see how the parents truly parent and understand what supports they might need to become better parents and maintain that bond with their children while they work toward reunification. That program was awarded the 2020 Heidi Levenbach's Provider of the Year from the Supervised Visitation Network. That's a national award that we were humbled and honored to receive among 850 member organizations of supervised visitation networks across the nation. We're really proud of the work that that program is doing and the special space that it offers. Before our program existed for visitation, those services were really happening in very cold environments like a fast food restaurant or the library or the DFAC's office or even a parking lot. So to give families a space where they can feel safe, they can feel comfortable, and it looks like home. They can make dinner together, they can sit on the couch, they can play with toys. It's a very special thing that our community has committed to ensuring our families have. The 3rd program is Prevent Child Abuse Cherokee. We're affiliated with Prevent Child Abuse Georgia and Prevent Child Abuse America. This program really allows for us to look at some prevention of child abuse and neglect. How can we get on the other end and really bring our mission full circle when we're talking about serving families and making changes in communities? This program focuses on parent education, realizing that some families may be at risk of foster care involvement, but that foster care really isn't necessary at this point as long as they get some supports that they really need, which a lot of times looks like parent education, resources, referrals, having somebody come into their home once a week to really learn their story and really put the puzzle pieces together is incredibly important. We provide this program in English and Spanish to make sure that we're offering this resource to everyone in our community who needs it and who might be at risk of that foster care involvement, but with some intensive one-on-one support once a week, they can avoid it and we can avoid it for our community and avoid potential trauma for that family in separating them when it's not necessary. That program also promotes community education, looking at how we can all be on the same team when it comes to preventing child abuse and neglect. How can we educate ourselves to know what we're looking for? That program brings in different speakers and materials and really trying to leverage our network so that we know we're all in this together, and if we're talking about protecting our children, it takes each and every one of us. Our 4th program is called Chin Up. This is a site-based mentorship program, and our goal is to create life-changing relationships. We're serving children, middle school aged, who have missed an absurd amount of school. There are reasons these kids are not going to school, and we think at the bottom of it is just craving a connection with an adult who cares about them. The site-based mentorship concept is a little bit unique. Our mentors meet with our children at the Children's Haven. They have some one-on-one time together where they're learning about each other and having some questions to guide those conversations, so it's not awkward with an adult who might not want to talk to a teenager and a teenager who might not want to talk to an adult. We're trying to guide those conversations and let them really get to know each other and get to the heart of what some of the challenges might be. We also pair with that conversation a life skills class. We have different volunteers come in and teach things from gardening to financial literacy, understanding tools, and then learning about those tools and how to use them, and then taking that knowledge and actually building a toolbox. We've done a cooking class where the kids learned how to make spaghetti, and a really cool thing about the class is that our funding is allowing for the kids to get to walk out of the room with everything they need to go and recreate what they've learned at home. So we're trying to empower them, we're trying to give them hope, we're trying to encourage them and let them know that they have another adult who's going to push them along through the school year and be there when they just need someone to talk. This work can be heartbreaking. We see many heartbreaking stories, and trying to find the encouragement really comes from watching the volunteers who give of themselves, and they know that there might be heartbreak at the end of the story, but there's always hope that there might be a success and that there might be something really happy that truly impacts a child's life. I think the encouragement that I really rely on is knowing that one person can truly make a difference for another person, and giving of yourself and giving of your time truly impacts a child just on the very basis of knowing that somebody else cares about them. We have been fortunate to see those first steps and see a mom who gets to see her baby take their first steps in our visitation center when otherwise that mom may have missed that moment forever. We have celebrated high school graduations, we've celebrated college graduations, we have celebrated when kids get their license and then they have somebody in the community who is an anonymous benefactor and provides them with a car. I mean, those are the kind of things that just fill your cup every single time when you get that hope and you see the light in these kids' eyes that they know somebody cares about them, their community cares about them, and that the things that have happened in the past will not define them, that there is a future for them and that it's going to be great.